In today's video, we'll break down what happens to your Canada Pension Plan benefits when you lose your spouse and what steps you need to take. One of the biggest sources of stress for surviving spouses is understanding their CPP survivor benefits. And not knowing your entitlements during this difficult time could cost you thousands in missed payments. Over our years helping Canadian retirees, we've guided many through the complex process of claiming and maximizing their CPP survivor benefits after losing their spouse. That's exactly why we're making this video today, to walk you through exactly what happens to your CPP when your spouse passes away and how to ensure you receive every dollar you're entitled to. Let's get right into it.
So when a spouse passes away in Canada, you are going to have some degree of survivor benefit that will be coming from the spouse who passed away into your income. But before that even happens, the government does allow for a one-time death benefit to be paid to the surviving spouse. In Canada, it's about $2,500, and that is a one-time payment that will help pay for some of those immediate costs that may come when a loved one passes away in the form of funeral costs, burial costs, or things along those lines.
I think it's important to note, John, that the survivor benefit on top of the initial death benefit won't come until you apply. So although you'll be going through such tremendous stress and emotions, in order to be able to start receiving the CPP survivor benefit, it has to be applied for. You don't automatically get it upon the death of your spouse.
Now, we can only cover this change to your CPP in so much detail here today, but since financial planning with the loss of a spouse is a much more complicated topic, we want to make sure you don't walk away from this video with any unanswered questions. So we've decided to put together a series of retirement review sessions. In these sessions, we'll review everything to do with your retirement and help put you on the right path completely for free. To get access to these limited one-on-one consultation sessions, please click the link below.
Now that you've applied for the CPP survivor benefit, how much can you receive? And that's based on the survivor's age upon the death of the spouse. So if you're under age 65, then you are eligible up to 37.5% of what the deceased spouse entitlement would have been. If you're over the age of 65, that percentage increases to 60%.
Now, it's important to note that even though it's dependent on the survivor's age, it's also going to depend on the deceased's contributions. Because if you think about it, the CPP is a contributory plan. So as much as it's going to be important based on the survivor's age, how much that deceased person had contributed into the plan leading up to it is going to impact how much you can receive as a survivor.
Now, it's important to note that the total of the survivor benefit and the survivor's entitlement cannot be more than what the maximum would be for an individual retiree. That's approximately $1,400 a month in 2024.
Yeah, and I think that's a very common misconception that we get in a lot of our meetings where when we're taking a look at the financial plan, maybe both spouses are getting $1,400 a month or even call it $1,000 a month. The surviving spouse just automatically assumes, I'm going to get that other $1,000 from when my spouse passes away. Not necessarily the case. That'll actually be an extra $400, call it, to top up to that maximum. You're not getting the full amount. So when one spouse does pass, you need to look at what potential other income sources you might need to kind of replenish that lost income.
Now that you know the basics of how CPP survivor benefits work, you can better prepare for the uncertainty retirement will throw at you. However, for many retirees, it is pretty easy to leave thousands of dollars on the table when it comes to situations like this. Between timing applications strategically, understanding payment maximums, and coordinating with other retirement income, we've found that proper planning around survivor benefits can dramatically impact your long-term financial security. So, if you want us to analyze your situation and help you develop a strategy that protects both you and your spouse, click the first link in the description and book a complimentary call. We'll see you in the next one.